Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Barakata Yahushai, Barakata Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim Rakrakadash, double honors and salutations to the elders and apostles of Griffin Stone Rule Well, to the Akim and Akwath, throughout the four corners of the earth, holding on to the testimony of the Lord of Mashiach Yahushai, Bashim Kwakadash, Shalom, this brother Nasher, a short lesson for the hopeful elect in these bitter times to understand what really happens when the Lord gives you that ticket to get knowledge, wisdom, and understanding in the presence of thine enemies, just like the book of Psalms chapter 23 mentions that the Lord prepared a table for us in the presence of our enemies. And once that happens, it's a chain reaction, all right, sets of a series of events whereby the gospel is being brought to you in its proper understanding, its proper form, its proper interpretation, and that's vexing the enemy, all right? And when you read the book of Isaiah chapter 51, and then you start from verse 21, it says, "Therefore hear now this, thou afflicted and drunken, but not with wine," all right? Because it's talking to our people that being joined to this system, and they're just drowning in the philosophies of Babylon, right? They're drowning in the doctrine of confusion, all right? They're drowning in that Babylon juice. Verse 22, "Thus said thy Lord, the Lord, and thy power, that pleaded the cause of his people. Behold, I have taken out of thine hand the cup of trembling, even the dregs of the cup of my fury. Thou shalt no more drink it again." So that's a huge plus, all right? A huge plus in this ministry for thou once heard and the elect, all right, spread out throughout the four corners of the earth. Because once the Lord says this cup of his anger, his vengeance, and his fierce judgment shall no more be drunk of by the elect, that's a serious declaration right there. Meaning that it's time for our people to awake out of sleep, you know, and to be involved in the business of preaching the gospel, you know, basically getting structure back into one's life, because you need to have a structure, you need to have a plan when you're serving the Lord. You need to have a clear mindset, okay? Because the Lord expects us to have structure, all right? The Lord says, let all things be done decently and in order. So you have to have structure in this ministry of ours, all right? It's part of the gospel to have structure, okay? And then it says in verse 23, "But I will put it into the hand of them that afflict thee." So the headaches, the lack of patience, the lack of obedience, all the obstacles that have been plaguing our minds, the Lord is going to place that. It's going to place those predicaments upon our enemies, all right? That's why the Lord said that He's going to cause our enemies to be confounded, all right, when they see the strangeness of our salvation, all right, when they see that the gospel is being preached, when they see that the exceedingly great army, they're going to be upset. That's the reason why brothers' channels have been attacked by the establishment, all right? It's as clear as night and day. These elites are upset, so they're going to tell their peons, their henchmen to attack brothers' channels. So what do you expect is going to happen? You're going to have violations and strikes against your channel. They're going to do all types of stuff, bug your phones, mess around with your account, hack this, hack that, put you on the watch list, harass you. So it's nothing surprising, so you just have to endure, because the Lord is unloosening the shackles that these elites of this world have been pushing into the minds of our people. And the time of our people being free is around the corner. The times of refreshing, all right? So the cobwebs got to come off, all right? And he's upset that the traps are no longer working like it used to, so he has to go to physical force. And the Lord is going to make a standard be evident against him, all right? Verse 23, Isaiah 123, but I will put into the hands of them that afflict thee, which have said to thy soul, bow down, that we may go over, and thou hast laid thy body as the ground, and as the street to them that went over. All right. So the Lord is taking us away from the mindset of being subservient, of just being a mindless zombie, of being a servant to the bone in Babylon, all right, without proper understanding, without proper structure, without direction, without vision, just like Hosea 4:6 says. Our people, the Israelites, so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans perish for lack of knowledge, all right, lack of understanding, lack of wisdom, lack of application of knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, all right. So that's what the Lord is exposing to us, that we need to get it together, and He's helping us out. The enemy is seriously upset, all right. So all these big wigs of this world that are upset with the awakening of our people is causing the tension to get hot, all right. So we need to get away from this system mentally, psychologically and spiritually, all right, so that we could focus more on our salvation, focus more on the instructions to unshackle our minds, all right. So the book of Jeremiah chapter 3 verse 15, 3 verse 14, it says, turn, O backsliding children, said the Lord Yahweh Bashim Bashim Kwakadash, for I am married unto you, and I will make you one of a city, and I will take you one of a city and two of a family, and I will bring you to Zion. And that's exactly what the Lord is doing. He has to make his pickings, all right? Just like the Lord Yahweh mentioned, many are called, but a few are chosen. So that process has to take place, all right? And that's how the ministry is formed. The Lord has to select a body of men to preach the gospel, all right, to make the gospel known throughout the four corners of the earth, so that Zion can be rebuilt, all right, so that the tabernacle of David can be resurrected, all right. And then verse 15 says, and I will give you pastors according to mine heart, which shall feed you with knowledge and understanding. Yeah, so that's the whole process, all right, of the Lord building back his His kingdom on earth. Okay, so it's gonna be a surprising situation, or how you say it's gonna be a huge shock to the governance of this world, seeing the gospel preached, and they're upset and they're angry and they're disturbed. All right, and they have to pass legislation to attack the gospel. All right. So the book of Isaiah, chapter 25 and 7, it says this: "And he will destroy in this mountain the face of the covering cast over all people, and the veil that is spread over all nations." So all the mind blocks and the mind clogs and the mindset that's not conducive to salvation for our people, the Lord has to tear it down. All right, the Lord has to tear down the traps and the snares of the elites of this world that's making our people to fall back, to backslide, to become their own worst enemy. The Lord has to expose that, all right? And it's going to be beautiful, man, when our people realize that they're the Israelites and they need to return to the Lord. It's going to be an excellent series of events to see, because you have our people waking up day and night. This gospel is spreading like wildfire. All right, so it's good to see how the Lord is making things happen. All right, so let's see if we can pull another precept from Isaiah chapter. Let me see, Isaiah chapter 10. And let's see, verse 20. So it says that, "And it shall come to pass in that day that the remnant of Israel," and that's the elect, "and such as are escaped of the house of Jacob, shall no more again stay upon him that smote them, but shall stay upon the Lord the Holy One of Israel in truth." Okay, that's exactly what the church of Yahweh Shai is experiencing. All right, the bride is getting prepared for that marriage. All right, so the bride has to separate herself from her captors. All right, she has to follow the escape plan that the groom Yahweh Shai has passed on to her. All right, so this preaching of a gospel is an escape plan, that has been made known to the elect of the Mashiach Yahushai. So you could have that avenue of reunification, the avenue of marriage. All right. So that's a beautiful thing, man. When the Lord puts the message out, that's the gospel, and people begin to wake up and turn around to the Lord and call upon the Lord. How about Shim Yahushai, Bashim Kakadash, in sincerity and truth? That creates a vibration. It creates a different type of expectation as you are moving through the struggles of being free. So you have to acknowledge that, okay? So just to make one more precept clear, that's I'm just going to read Isaiah 50 verses 9 and 10. It says, "Behold, the Lord Yahweh will help me. Who is he that shall condemn me? Lo, they all shall wax old as a garment. The moth shall eat them up." So expect the enemy, to lose power, all right, to lose their grip, upon the minds of the elect. Because once the Lord has dropped the word and your mind accepts, your spirit accepts it, that's it. That's it. It's like a star just giving up so much light that the skies begin to get brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter. So there'll be no room for darkness. And the darkness of this world is is losing its grip. It's losing its power upon the minds of our people. That power of ignorance is being put to sleep. Right? It's being eliminated little by little by little by little. But the Lord is chipping away. It's chopping down, chopping down the powers of the elites of this world, and they're making things so evident, so desperate, to hold on to the minds of the people. So, hey, we're almost out of here, all right? So it says in verse 10, who is among you that fear the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kakadash, that obey the voice of his servant, that walketh in darkness and had no light? Let him trust in the name of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai and stay upon his power. And that's exactly what the Lord is telling us to be a part of. Be a part of the body of Israelites that trust in the name of the Lord. It's that clear. So it's important to acknowledge that. And the book of John chapter 8, verse 32, it says, and ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. And that's what we need. We need the truth to set us free from this system of oppression, the system of confusion that people just keep getting lost in. The system of traps and snares, pitfalls. The Lord doesn't want us to continue, at the bottom of the barrel. It's time for our people to be raised up from their low condition, from hell, all right, and be brought towards the everlasting light. So that's the whole point there. Abaratazar, the Lord will make things perfect in His time, and we just have to hold on tight, because winning salvation, and it's going to be a bumpy road, and nonetheless, we have to be ready, because as the Lord is pulling down the strongholds of Esau, we need to be ready, for the blowback. Get ready for the persecution. Get ready for the slander. It's necessary. You prepare yourself, because the Lord Yahushua has already said He will give you a mouth and wisdom that the enemy will not be able to gainsay nor resist. So you always got to, say Kal Halelim La Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kadash, that you're able to awake out of that state of confusion, and dust off yourself, get up and focus on the goal ahead, which is to preach the gospel of salvation, all right, to make known the name of the Lord Yahweh Yahweh Shai. So that was upon the Akim Abaratazar. You've been blessed, anointed with the gospel, and you just gotta be steadfast, because it's gonna be a rocky ride. It's not gonna be smooth sailing. It's gonna be a rough on the high seas. You gotta be ready, for the thunders and lightnings and storms and all the high winds and all that. As long as your faith in the Lord is firm, that's it. That's your golden ticket. Shalom.